sides of your knees. Feel your chest opening, your shoulder blades coming towards each other. A gentle knee bend in the knees. I'm just going to ground ourselves, set ourselves up for today's class. Just close the eyes. Inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the nose. So with yoga, we like to coordinate our breathing with our movements. One more breath, inhaling and exhaling, noticing to pull navel towards your spine, keeping that core engaged. Inhaling, reaching the hands high, palms come together above the head. Bring the gaze up towards your thumbs, with the hands touching. And as we do with our skiing, keeping our chest facing down the hill, exhale, bring the hands over to your left side. Notice the stretch in your right side body, your right hip pulls out to the right side, keeping right shoulder high. Inhaling, hands to center. Reaching the hands high, exhaling, hands come over to your right side. So stretch again through left side body and keeping left shoulder high. Inhaling, hands to center, and exhaling, forward folding, hands come down towards your shins, your ankles, your feet. And the important thing with yoga is also that it's not a competition, we just feel how our body is able to move to the stretches. Bring the chest down towards your thighs, head to knees. Inhaling, flat back, look forward, a gentle opening of the hamstrings. And exhale, chest to thighs. Look behind the knees. Inhaling, look forward. And exhaling, folding. Place your left hand to your left ankle. Bend your left knee, straighten your right leg. So feeling stretched through right hamstring. Inhaling, reach the right hand high. Bend your left knee a little bit more. Feel the stretch in your right glute, right hamstring. So obviously within the skiing, core part of balance, strength, and fitness is make sure the glutes are fully activated and stretched. Look up towards your right hand. You can start to raise your right hand higher. Left hand can come off your left ankle. And you go deeper into the glute stretch, right side, maybe by bending left knee more. Exhaling, placing right hands to right ankle, bend the right knee, straighten left leg, and slowly reach left hand high. So feeling glute stretch left side now. Look up either to your left side or up towards your left thumbs. Right hand can start to float off from your right foot, right ankle. So we're engaging the core. So again, core balance, glute strength, hamstrings lengthened. Exhaling, slowly bring the left hand to the floor. Forward fold. Inhaling, flat back. And exhaling, place palms to the floor. Take a step back with both feet, knees to floor. This is a modified plank pose. Bring the hips ever so slightly forward. And exhale, lower chaturanga. So reverse press up, chest comes to the mat. Hands are placed underneath the shoulders. Inhaling, cobra pose, look forward. So we're engaging lower back now, strong lower back. Push through the tummy button to raise the chest. Hands nice and gentle here. And then resting onto the mat. Heels, big toes touching. Exhaling, lowering down, chest and floor. Tuck toes onto the mat. Push through, palms of the hands, and come to a child's pose. Bring bottom down towards the heels. So we're counter stretching from the lower back bend, forehead to mat. So this is the child's pose that you might want to come to if you need to take a rest. Inhaling, slowly coming up to a tabletop pose. Ground through the palms of the hands, balls of the feet come to the floor, come into a downward dog. So downward dog can be a great stretch in the morning before a day on the slopes. Just pedaling out the feet. So one heel rises, the opposite falls. So feeling stretched through calf and hamstring as heel lowers. And just walk or pedal out the feet. Notice how you push through the palms of the hands, through the knuckles, fingers are spread, and how that activates the shoulders and pushes your tailbone higher. Inhaling, bend the knees, exhaling, step or lightly jump to the front of the mat, come to a forward fold pose. Big toes are touching, heels slightly further apart. As you inhale, now sweep the hands forward, bend the knees, come to a chair pose. So because this is a ski fit session, you can bring your feet maybe hips width apart. Let's emulate that sense of skiing. So we're keeping the balance equal through the length of the feet, maybe just slightly further forward onto the balls of your feet. Hands reach forward. We're trying to keep the spine neutral, tuck pelvis just ever so slightly forward so we're not having a large arched back. Shoulders draw away from the ears and pull navel to tummy button. So here we're just coming into the chair pose or skiing pose. Exhaling, bring the hands to heart center. And exhaling, twist to bring your left elbow over your right knee. Hook the elbow so you can push your right palm into your left hand and twisting through the torso. So pull tummy button in. Inhaling, hands come to center, and exhaling, right elbow over left knee. Push left palm into right and twist. Maybe look over towards your left side or your left elbow. So it's that core strength that gives the balance and stability, whilst also maintaining some balance. Inhaling, hands to center. Exhaling, forward fold, hands to mat, head to knees. Hold opposite elbows and allow the elbows to come down towards your toes, head comes down towards the knees. So stretching out lower back, hamstrings, and this may be a more passive pose you might want to do at the end of a day skiing, just to loosen the body up, release any tightness. Exhaling, placing the hands to the floor, take a step back into a downward dog. Inhaling, step forward with your right foot, left knee comes to floor. So it's a low lunge pose. Hands come high. Exhale, lower the hips down towards your right heel. Your right knee stays above your right ankle. Reach the hands high. So we're feeling right hamstring, left quad opening. And it's the exhale where we feel the hips drop further down. So by warming up both quads and hamstrings before skiing will help you get ready for the first run. Exhaling, place left hand to floor, right hand comes high. So we're twisting again through the torso, keeping core and abs engaged. Right hand reaches high, look up towards your right thumb. Exhaling, placing right hand to the floor, outside your right foot, slowly straighten your right leg. Hips will drop back, but keep them high. Right toes come off the mat, hamstrings stretch. To go deeper into this stretch, you can walk your hands forward and exhaling, chest comes to right thigh. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling, placing your right foot to floor. Bring your right hands to the inside of your right foot. Right foot may come to the edge of the mat on the right side. So this is a lizard pose. Exhaling, allowing your right knee to drop to the right side. So your sole of your right foot becomes visible. So you're balancing on your edge of your little toe, right side. So within our skiing, we need to make sure that we have good hip flexibility and mobility to adjust to the terrain in front. Inhaling, right foot comes to the floor, and then take a step back, come into a downward dog. Opposite side. Inhaling and exhaling. Left foot comes forward, right knee to floor, low lunge. Hands come high, drop hips down towards your left heel. So it's your left hamstring, right quad stretching. So either looking forward or up between the hands. Feel the spine lengthening, keep the core engaged. Exhaling, right hand to floor, left hand stays high. The hips are still dropping forward. Look up towards your left thumb. And the longer you have to hold these poses, the more stretched out you'll be for either post-skiing or after. Exhaling, left hand to floor, and start to straighten your left leg. Left toes come off the mat. As you inhale, straighten the spine. Exhale, forward fold, chest to left thigh. Stretch through left hamstring, left calves. Inhaling, left foot comes to floor and to the side of your mat. Left hand to the inside of your left foot. So this is a low lizard, knee can be on the floor. Another option is to straighten your right leg, so we're activating right glute, and then drop left knee out to the side. So if your right knee's to floor, that's perfectly fine. We're focusing now on the hip openers rather than strengthening right side. Holding, pushing through the palms of the hands, so we're keeping the spine long. Exhaling, left foot comes to the floor and take a step back, downward dog. Okay, so downward dog we can use as a recovery position. You can make it more active by pushing palms of the hands into the mat and pushing your tailbone high. As your tailbone comes high, your heels may come down towards the floor. Inhaling, bend the knees. Exhaling, step or lightly jump to the front of the mat, big toes touching, heels slightly further apart this time. Inhaling slowly, peeling up vertebrae by vertebrae. We're going to revisit the chair pose. So, put toes together at this point, inhaling, sweeping the hands high. So the arms are reaching up at about 45 degrees. To bring that sense of balance and stability into the pose, ground through your right foot and raise your left knee forward. So immediately we transferring all the weight into the right ankle. Bring the hands to heart center. Push through the palms of the hands. And this is where the gaze becomes important. On your exhale, start to move your left foot towards the back of the mat. Bring your torso parallel to the floor. Left leg straightens. This is a warrior three pose. So we're building balance through right side. We've stretched out the right glute, straightening the right leg without locking, gives us the capability to adjust for any subtle movements. Hands can now reach back towards the end of the mat, bringing the shoulders away from the ears. So this is a warrior 3 pose. Exhaling, placing hands to mat at the front, and then placing left foot to the floor next to your right foot. Inhaling, sweeping the hands forward, chair pose. Ground through your left foot, your right knee raises. Bring the hands to heart center. So we're laying the foundations for the transition to a warrior 3 pose. Push palms together. Left knee is staying bent. Exhaling, slowly kicking right foot back towards end of the mat. Straighten your left leg, and your gaze comes down to the tip or the front tip of the mat. Try to keep or straighten your left leg without locking it. Right heel pushes away. So the torso is parallel to the floor. And holding. You can release the hands back for a variation of warrior 3. On your next exhale, place both hands to mat and lower your right foot down next to your left. Inhaling, straighten the back, look forward, hamstring stretch, and exhale, fold. Head comes down to the knees. Inhaling, flat back, look forward, and exhaling, palms to floor, take a step back, a downward dog. So this is a great pose, either at the start of the day or the end of the day, just to walk out the feet. So you're activating, obviously, hamstrings and calves, but if you push through the knuckles, through the palms of the hands, notice how your shoulders are engaged, tailbone rises. Inhaling, come forward now to a plank pose. Lower knees to the floor. So it's a tabletop or 4-point pose. Roll onto your bottom or find a way to come to seated on the mat. Heels touching, legs are out in front. Flex the toes so they're coming back towards you. Push palms of the hands into the mat, just behind the hips, opening up the chest. Feel the core, the Uddiyana Bandha engaged, which is ultimately the core, the abs. Inhaling, reaching the hands high. Keeping the arms long, fold forward. So the arms then reach forward to come down to shins, ankles, sides of feet. Gaze towards your toes. Use your grip through the hands, through the ankles or the shins to draw your chest down towards your thighs. Your heels are pushing towards the front of the mat and your bottom to the back. Inhaling, slowly releasing, bending the knees so the feet are hips width apart, and we're slowly coming down onto our back. So stretch for lengthening the spine, reach the fingertips down towards the heels. Inhaling, arching the lower back off the mat. Exhaling, tucking pelvis forward and raising the hips off the mat. Keep grounding through the heels. Make sure the knees are staying hips width apart and pointing forwards. So here now, we're feeling the stretch through our quads and pushing through the heels, raising the hips high. So you're firing up the glutes here. Exhaling, lowering down, slowly vertebrae by vertebrae. So particularly after a day is on the slopes, need to stretch out, release any knots, any tightness, fatigue in the glutes. So press right ankle onto left knee. So it's a reclined pigeon pose. Bring your left knee towards your chest. So your left hand can either hold the outside of your left hamstring or your left shin. Your right hand comes in between the legs and holds the same point, be it shin or hamstring left side. So reclined pigeon. On your exhale, draw your left knee towards the chest. Feeling right glute stretching. To go deeper into the stretch, push your right elbow into your inner right thigh. And keep drawing on the exhale, knee, left knee to chest. Remembering to breathe, inhaling and exhaling. One more time, inhale and exhale. Inhaling, releasing. Bring your arms to a T. Your right knee comes on top of your left. So it's a spinal twist. On your exhale, draw both knees down to your right side and look over towards your left shoulder. So we're stretching the outside of your left hip now. Keep the core engaged, draw navel to spine. And throughout any yoga practice, really feeling the deeper stretch on the exhale. Inhaling, bring both knees to center, place right foot to floor, left ankle onto right knee. Right hand reaches to the outside of right leg or shin, hamstring. Left hand comes in between both legs. As you did on the other side, draw right knee to chest. Left elbow can push into inner left thigh. So feeling left hip opener, left glute stretch. And bring the right knee to chest. Exhaling, placing right foot to floor. Left knee comes on top of your right. Arms to a T. Exhale, lower knees down to your left side. Look to your right. So we're holding this pose for a few more breaths. And then before we finish today's class, we come into the relaxation pose. It's 2 or 3, 4 minutes. Allows you to switch off. Keep the mind clear and the body still. It's highly recommended that we stay in Shavasana for however long we have. The end of the 30 minutes will come out and I can take some questions. Inhaling, bring the knees to center, untuck left leg, reach both heels to the front of the mat. Feet can be mat's width or shoulder width apart. Palms of the hands face up, level with the hips. Close the eyes. Inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the nose. Maybe to a count of 4 or 5. The emphasis now is on long and slow breaths. Keep your focus onto the tip of your nose. So in Shavasana, our intention is to let the body be still, let the mind be still. As and when your thought wanders, just acknowledge that thought, but come back to it later. Slowly bringing your attention back to the present moment. Engage your fingers and your toes. On your next exhale, roll over to your right hand side. Slowly coming out of the Shavasana. And when you're ready, join me seated. Legs crossed. Hands resting on the knees. Keeping the eyes closed. Lengthening the spine, crown of the head reaches upwards. Inhaling, windmill the hands high, palms come together above the head. And exhaling, lowering hands to heart center. Bowing the head down to meet the fingers. Slowly fluttering the eyes open. Thank you for joining today's practice. Namaste. Thank you, everybody, for joining. If anyone has any questions, please do ask. Hopefully you found the engagement of quads, the core stretches and balancing helpful for your skiing. I know that the Ski Club will be sending out an email with the recording of this class and also some more information about Yoga Tonic. And we're featured under the health and wellness section on the Ski Club website. But yeah, if you've got any questions, please do say now, or you can find our details on the website and email us.
Are you based in any resort?
No, we're UK based. We're based out in Maidenhead, and our Ski Fit program is an online based program. So you have unlimited access to a Ski Fit program that includes 12 yoga classes, 6 HIIT classes, as well as some mindfulness meditation, some family ski fit and some fitness challenges. So the package really brings together cardio, strength and fitness, as well as balance, flexibility and concentration. But no, we're UK based, so.
That's very good. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thanks for joining.
Right.
And thank you from me.
Oh, it's my pleasure. Well, hopefully we'll get skiing at some point. So yeah, hopefully it won't all be in vain.
Thank you very much indeed. Bye.
Thank you. Cheers, guys.
Thank you. Love. Thank you.
It's my pleasure. Thank you very much, everybody.